I have a bulletproof Tesla. No one has ever shot a bulletproof Tesla before. We're going to be the first. Let's get started. So Tesla does not sell bulletproof Teslas. It's something that has to happen after the fact. It's an aftermarket upgrade, you could say. So with a bulletproof Tesla, they have to add bulletproof glass for the windshield, the driver's side, the passenger side, the rear trunk, and they also add bulletproof paneling inside the metal doors. So no matter where a projectile might enter into the vehicle, whether through the window or through the door panel, it's going to stop the bullet in the car instead of letting it inside of, the cabin area. The goal is to kind of protect the passenger area like a cocoon. Bulletproof windshield, we have a bulletproof A post, B post right here behind Starman, and then C post back there. All of those have the bulletproof paneling inside of them. So since this particular Model S Tesla has been bulletproof to withstand, handguns, it did add about 430 pounds worth of weight, between the thickness of the glass and the body panels and the door. If this Tesla was bulletproof to withstand rifles, it's a bigger bullet, more power, it would add about 700 or 800 pounds. But Teslas are already pretty heavy vehicles. That's why they're so safe, they don't roll over. So adding 400 pounds isn't that big of a deal. It still has an insane amount of get up and go, and it still looks almost the exact same as it did when it first came from Tesla. So one thing that is different with this armored Tesla is the bracket right here around the window. There's a little bit of structural integrity added to the glass because on Teslas, it's a free-floating panel. So the armored portion is this thick part of the glass right here, and then this is a rebated edge. If there were a projectile to come in through this window, this glass would stop it. If the projectile would come in through the thin portion, it would be stopped right here up in the A-frame. You might be thinking to yourself, but what happens if someone shoots out the tires? There is a solution for that. Dan from the YouTube channel What's Inside made a video about how the tires can still keep rolling even if they're flat. I'll post a link for that video at the end of this one. Make sure you check it out. So for this video, I'm going to be using a Glock 19, which is a 9mm handgun. So this is a regular 9mm bullet. It has the solid tip on the end. But we're also going to be shooting with this. This is a hollow point 9mm bullet, and so when it hits something, these little flanges on the end spread out, and it has a little bit different of an impact area, and we're going to see what happens with the bulletproof glass when hit with both of these bullets. That is sweet. That is insane. I can still hear the grass clack. Listen to the glass. That's crazy. It hit right here in the center. You can see that this top layer of glass shattered out, and there's no hole yet. So pretty sure the bullet didn't go through. We'll hit it a couple more times in just a second. So on the Tesla right here, we have the point of impact, and we have a little bit of pulverized glass right here along the edge. So when the bullet hits bulletproof glass, it just kind of disintegrates and just dissolves into nothing. And all the energy, the forward momentum, gets distributed into the glass itself and kind of like fractures outward because the glass is made up of multiple layers. If we open it up from the inside, you can see the underside of the glass is completely flat and smooth right here. My fingers are not getting caught with any of the glass shards because this layer underneath is a polycarbonate. It's kind of a plastic of sorts that absorbs the energy from the bullet. So right now you can kind of see the different layers. When the bullets hit right here, the glass on the outside has a little ridge on the end. As soon as it hit that polycarbonate, that's when the bullet stops going into the glass. So a lot of people think that bulletproof means that it's like Superman. The bullet's going to hit it and just bounce off and leave no damage, but there's a lot of energy in a bullet, and so that has to be absorbed into the glass. And it is going to leave some damage, but the bullet didn't penetrate, and that's what we're after. There's a safe cocoon inside of the car that allows the person inside just to be safe. So that first shot was done with a 9mm bullet. This is the little guy right here. It's just a solid tipped, normal. This is what you would buy to do target shooting or something like that. Now we're gonna shoot it with a hollow point. This bullet is a little bit different. This one actually has a hollow tip with little flanges along the side that'll open up and hit the glass, and we'll see if it has a different impact radius or if it affects the glass any differently than the original bullet. 3, 2, 1. It has a smaller impact radius. That's interesting. I would have thought for sure that the way the bullet expands after it hits something, it would have been bigger. And because we compromised the glass the first time around, I thought for sure this next one would be bigger, but it's actually a smaller impact zone. That's interesting. That looks sweet.
Better shoot it again.
Yeah, one more time. 3, 2, 1. Right there. So that was another non-hollow point, and it looks about the same. So I think the hollow points are more for soft objects, and you can still hear the glass like cracking. Right here, there's a piece of glass. That's awesome. A lot more glass, pulverized glass down here at the bottom, just disintegrated. So no matter where a bullet hits on this Tesla, it's protected. Whether the bullet hits the glass, obviously, but also in the A pillar, the B pillar, the C pillar, and inside of the door panels. The whole thing is just kind of like a cocoon of safety inside, and not just for bullets. The whole car is more sturdy as it is right now because of the added support and internal structure, whether it's random acts of violence or a rollover. Teslas are pretty safe as they are, but a little added protection never hurts. It's kind of like having a case on your cell phone. You don't want to damage the important stuff inside. So just like with regular glass, here on the outside, my razor blade won't be able to do any damage, not leaving any scratches. Obviously, we hit it with the bullet a couple times. That'll do the trick. But on the inside, right here, we can see, still it's completely flat on the inside. Nothing's getting caught on my fingers. I can rub my hands. Totally safe on the inside of the car. But there is plastic on the inside. You can tell that my razor is leaving a mark, and that's because of the polycarbonate inside of the Tesla. So glass is glass and glass breaks, but polycarbonate can stop bullets. So is it possible to put bulletproof glass on a cell phone? Not really. With how thick it is, a cell phone needs to be able to sense where your finger's at, and bulletproof glass with the thickness and the different layers, it just wouldn't work. It's not financially feasible either. Bulletproof glass is kind of expensive. So when companies are advertising bulletproof screen protectors or explosion-proof screen protectors, that's not the case. On Dan's channel, we're seeing how bulletproof the tires are. I'll leave a link for that up here in the corner. And yeah, huge thanks to Armormax for letting us shoot their Tesla. I hope we'll be back again someday with a future project. It's a different way of testing stuff, but I enjoyed it. Thanks a ton for watching, and I'll see you around.
Thank you so much. So I am going to turn the time over to Mark Burton from Armormax for just a couple of minutes and talk about what they do down there.
Okay, wonderful. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that video. That was filmed about a year ago. It was filmed in Ogden, Utah. That's where we work. Excited to talk with everybody today. I was telling the other group, and I always find this interesting. We filmed about 4 or 5 hours for that segment, and then you get to see about 7 minutes of the edits, and hopefully it was entertaining. But with this one, I actually have some answers to questions on things, and then if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You have a link to our website that you can go and, if you'd like to come in and fill out an application, if you'd like to interview with us, that can be arranged on it. But just some of the questions that were presented on here. So what are the work schedules like? So right now we generally work about 7 in the morning till about 5 at night. We have so much work and different shifts that we're trying to complete. So that's generally the range hours that we have at the office. Day-to-day responsibilities. Every day is a little bit different. We're a manufacturing company. So we get a lot to do with working on cars, solving electrical challenges. Nowadays, the way the technology and everything is going, these cars are like computers on wheels. So maybe in the next few years, we'll see self-driving cars, and no one will actually own a car, and we just have to kind of solve some unique challenges there with our armoring products. But yeah, right now it's just every day is a little unique. Some days we get to talk to young minds and students that are interested in developing new products that are going to benefit the world. So that's one challenging aspect of our company. I deal with a lot of high net worth individuals, and then I deal with manufacturing problems. So people that generally have high net worth, they don't always appreciate it or don't always understand. They just want something to work. And we're dealing with very complex computers on cars. We're dealing with very thick armor and things that are not made to be armored. So that's one challenge we have is trying to solve those and make our clients happy and grow our business. So those are just some that I picked up. But yeah, if you have any other questions, if you just want to, I think if you message on the app, I can see the questions come through.
Yep, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat.
And happy to answer those.
We have some drawings that will take place at the end for those who participate with some cool prizes and stuff when we want to thank Barnes Aerospace for submitting some cool water bottles. And so put your questions in the chat.
Can everybody see and hear me? I know I can see you, Becca, but I just want to.
I haven't got any messages that anybody's having some problems, so hopefully we're good.
Okay.
I do have a question for you, Mark. What does the hiring process look like for Armormax?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we work through applications like Indeed, Facebook, KSL Classifieds. So we get a lot of resumes and notes from those programs. And then we reached out to the Ogden OATC. And essentially how it starts is people send in their resumes. We go through and see if it's going to be a good fit. We're very transparent, very open. We've found it's better to have people. I mean, we've had people with us for over 20 years than just kind of a short burst. And so during the hiring process, we go through and explain exactly what we do every day. Obviously, it changes a little bit here and there, but the gist of it is we work on vehicles. So we found that people that like working on cars generally stay a lot longer in our company. And then we find others that want to be leaders within our company. We have people that want to travel. We have a lot of foreign facilities. But yeah, that process happens over a couple of weeks. Sometimes people are a good fit and we bring them on immediately. Other times we want them to interview several people in our company just to make sure. So yeah, we're very interested in bringing on people that are looking for careers. I don't know if I'd mentioned this one, but we've been around for over 27 years, and the way the world's going, our product is more and more needed every day. So we feel like we're in a very good industry that has a lot of stability.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. We do have a question from Braxton. He says, how much is the pay rate?
Yeah, it just kind of varies. I mean, we have some people that are at $12 an hour. We have some people that make over $50, $60 an hour. So it depends on skill set. It depends on education. It depends on what benefit they're going to provide to our company. So it all varies. But generally, training and those things, working on the cars would start about $12 an hour, and then based on skill set would go on from there.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions they want to put in to the chat? I'll have another question for Mark. What does success look like at your company, and how do you measure it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think success, I mean, we've been around for a while, but as a small business, I think a lot of business owners, I think success is just staying in business. You have to wake up every morning, have to continue to not only be able to provide work for your employees, but be able to provide a good product and essentially where we're at, send things out into the world, and hopefully they can be used. And if they're, well, I mean, I don't want anyone to get shot at, but just if they can be trusted and they can essentially be used for what they were designed for in that time of need. So yeah, success for us just looks like continue the business every day. We're continuing to grow, even in after so many years, and then trying to expand to new regions, trying to keep our clients happy. So I think that's all a good recipe for success.
Awesome. Thank you. We want to thank Mark Burton from Armormax from coming in and helping us today and supporting Ogden Weaver Tech College. And thank you all for joining this session. And we are out of time. And so you can head to your next session. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks so much. Good seeing everyone. See you, Becky.
Bye-bye.